up, YouTube? How you guys doing? It's your host with the most, King Gio. Well, anyway, today's video is gonna be about. I'm talking to you about Uber and DoorDash, and mostly more DoorDash because DoorDash is the more expanded one. But before I go any further, subscribe to my channel if you have not. Just hit that bell right there in the bottom, and it'll notify you when I, King Gio, uploaded a video. And when it comes to bell, you can say personalized or something. Put it personalized so you can get all the videos when I come out when they do come out. Well, I want to start basically doing DoorDash because DoorDash is the one that does the most commercial stuff like that. That they pay $15 an hour, pay $20 an hour, they pay $10 an hour. In some cases they do because when you divide when you add up all your runs, it comes up to that. But what they don't take in fact though is that you have to put gas, you have to your time, okay? And I say your time because there are dashes depending on the state you're in. I can only tell you about North Carolina that the base pay for North Carolina is where I'm at. It's $3. So that means that if you have to drive 20 miles, or not 20 miles, you have to drive 10 miles. You have to drive 10 miles for $3. And sometimes our customers don't give you tips. So you're just driving 10 minutes for $3. 10 minutes going, and remind you 10 minutes coming, because sometimes you get out of, especially my place, you get out of the zone of DoorDash. So you have to wait for you to come back. But if there's no call, then you have to wait until that call comes. So you already drove 20 minutes for $3. How do DoorDashers make a lot of money? Because they're doing a lot of dashes every single day. They're doing 30 or 40 dashes a day, you know, and they're making $100, $200, $300 a day. You could do that, but you have to keep going up and down. You're going up and down, you're spending gas, you're spending your tires. Your car breaks down, DoorDash is not going to fix that. Okay? If you have a brand new car and you're paying shit for a month, you're adding miles, unnecessary miles to that car. So when you go sell that car, they're gonna say, "Whoa, this is way too many miles for this car, for the age of this car." You know, from my understanding, Grubhub pays for your miles, I think, and they pay you by the hour. I'm not sure. I could be wrong, but there are times that you have to go to Walmart to pick up for DoorDash, and you pick up 3 different packages for 3 different people. You know they're paying you. It's like $8 or $9, and you gotta do 3 different stops. Now, don't get me wrong. DoorDash is good. It's a good side hustle for you to make some extra cash if you want to pay your phone bill and stuff like that. Fine, but to make it like some people do, they do it every day. No, it's not worth it because you're putting too many miles in your car. Your car breaks down, they won't fix it. Anything happens to your car, you know, it's not going to happen. You know, and that's the way it is. And then they want you. Then they score you on a rating system. And that rating system, if you don't accept the dash, then your score goes down. And if your score goes down to a certain point, then they suspend your account. They restrict your account, so you can't do DoorDash anymore. You know, I don't do Walmarts for that same reason. When I do DoorDash, I don't do $3 accounts. I don't do that because that's not. It's a waste of my time. In the beginning, DoorDash will give you a lot of when you start off with them, they'll give you a lot of deliveries. So you can see, oh my God, I'm making these deliveries. But then those deliveries will slow down. The other day I did a delivery for AutoZone. Take a toolbox, $3. That's what you have to know when you see the map of DoorDash and it tells you you gotta go this way, you gotta go this way, or these are so many miles. Is it worth you going 6-7 miles just for $5 or $6? Is it worth it? You know, sometimes DoorDash sends you to two different addresses to pick up 2 different things, 2 different pays, but DoorDash will still pay you $3 per pay. Now, if they got a peak hour where you could do $2 extra, $3 extra, then that's okay. But it depends on when you're on. Like if you're in Raleigh, if you're in Winston-Salem, if you're in Greensboro, depending on where you are. But It's not worth putting those many hours in your car, and you're hitting potholes, you're hitting this, you're hitting that. You're damaging your car for 3. You might as well be a waiter. And you make just as much as a waiter as you do as DoorDash. You really do. You know, but it's a good side hustle, don't get me wrong. But it's just DoorDash should pay their workers a whole bunch more. I think if they made them to a base pay, just pay them $15 an hour. And let them do as much deliveries as they can. Plain and simple. Let them work 8 hours or whatever hours you want to work, and that's it. The hours, you control it. If you want to work 4 hours, you can work 4 hours, but you're still getting paid regardless. DoorDash does make a lot of money. A lot of money. And for them to be paying you $3 per base pay, it's not worth it. It really isn't. Because I've made more money in one day doing Uber Eats than I have at DoorDash. I go to Uber Eats, and lately it's been slow, but I've been going to Uber. When I started my Uber Eats, my first few days, I started off at 10, and by 2 o'clock I already had $100. Because on Uber Eats, their tips are more. The tips are $8, $9, $10. So that's worth it, you know. But with DoorDash, you get $3 here, you get $4 a day. Like if you go to Greensboro, in Greensboro, most of their dashes out there, it's $3, it's $4. You have to do a good 16 to 18 deliveries so you to make a good $100. Look at it, then you put like 20, 30 miles, if that, on that. It's not worth it, to be honest with you. You think so? All right, man. So I'm gonna let you guys go. So think about it. If you're gonna do DoorDash, it's a great side hustle. You know, Uber Eats is a great side hustle. Grubhub is a great side hustle. All those are great side hustles. But make what you want. And remember, guys, remember what you make. What you make in DoorDash. What you make in Grubhub. What you make in, what you make in DoorDash. What you make in Uber. Even though you don't see it now, at the end of the year, when you file your taxes, you have to pay income tax. You have to pay taxes on all that money that you make. All right. So that's where you or someone that you know that does taxes comes in and starts deducting what you spend in these Grubhubs and what you spend in DoorDash. You know, your miles, your gas, what you spent on that, and those are deductibles. And then they deduct from what you owe. And if you don't owe anything, good. But if you do owe something, but remember, all this money that you're making, if you're making $10,000, $15,000, $20,000 at DoorDash alone a year, they will send you a 1099 form at the end of the year. The IRS already knows about it because they have to send it to the IRS. And if you don't pay this year, it'll catch up to you. And you don't want to get caught up with paying some money. And you can just avoid it, just doing some deductibles that you could do while doing your dashes. You know, you're doing your income tax. All right? Look at my mask, guys. If you guys want one, let me know. King Geo. All right? Marvel hat. Don't forget King Geo. All right? Peace out, guys.